Today what I want to talk about is the foolproof way that you can absolutely transform your body and transform your life. This is a simple system that I use with all of my clients in order for them to see bodily transformation. And you'll find that when you start to transform your body, your life starts to change as well. Your confidence starts to go up. How you do anything is how you do everything, okay? So check it out. 3 things. I'm not going to overcomplicate it for you. I'm going to make it very simple because these are the only 3 things that matter. You have your work, you have your weight, your body weight, and you have your intake, your food, okay? Your work, it's how much you move, how much you lift, how much you do, okay? You have your weight, which is your body weight and how it fluctuates over time. And then you have your intake, which is how much or how little food you bring in. Now, all you need to be able to do in order to transform your body is to be able to quantify and be aware of these 3 things and know how to adjust them to your goal. I'm gonna go more in depth in future videos, but this is what I want you to get out of this one. Your work needs to follow a linear, progressive overload model. Progressive overload is basically how you build muscle, it's how you build endurance, it's how you strengthen the human frame and system as a whole. It's basically this idea that you need to do more volume as time goes on. Okay, so if right now you can squat 100 pounds, then in a year from now you'd like to be able to squat, hopefully in a linear fashion, of course, but hopefully in a year from now you'll be able to squat 150, 200 pounds. So you see what I'm saying? The weight, the strength, the endurance should be going up over time. If you're only able to walk on the treadmill for 10 minutes right now, in a year from now, let's make the goal of being able to run on the treadmill for 10 minutes, okay? Linear progression, progressive overload. It's how you change your body, it's how you build muscle, it's how you get stronger, it's how you build endurance, okay? Now we have your weight. The weight's always going to be changing. It's not the most important thing, but you should track it, and you should weigh every single day. Why? Because we want to see your averages over time. You want to see your averages over time. If the only thing you did is weigh yourself every single morning, which if you're out of alignment or you're overeating, you generally don't want to do that. If all you did is weigh yourself every single day, you, knowing nothing about fitness, potentially, would be, and knowing nothing about diet, potentially, would be able to see the trend of where your body is heading, and then you'd be able to make decisions that inform your behavior as to, do I want to continue on this trend, or am I on a trend that I don't like right now? That's why I say you should weigh every day. If you don't have a problem with your weight, this video is not for you, right? Or that idea is not for you. But if you want to know where your body's going, you need to look at where it's averaging and where it's trending, okay? The last thing is your intake. Probably the most important thing when it comes to bodily transformation. How much food are you bringing in? The reason we track our food is not to know how little of food we need to eat and to obsess about it. It's to have a system in place for those who are struggling with their body. You have a system in place to inform, again, yourself where your maintenance is, where a surplus is for you, and where a deficit is for you based on where your weight is and where your work is, okay? So we want to track our food so that we know how much we can eat. If you're only eating 2,200 calories and you're losing weight, but you want to be gaining weight, then maybe you could be eating 2,700, but you will never know until you track. And tracking needs to be specific and you need to be measured. You can't just be guessing all of the time. Although I would say, if you're going to start with anything, start by guessing and then build the discipline and get more specific as time goes on. So those are the 3 things. You got your work, you got your weight, you got your intake. We will go deeper into these 3 as time goes on. I hope that that was helpful for you. I promise you, if you start to integrate quantifying those 3 things, you will be able to become a master at changing your body composition, a master of it. So have a great day. Keep fighting the good fight. Track that food, track that weight, track that intake, and you'll be good. Later.